Welcome to the show. This is The Mess Hall with Jamie and Andrew.
Andrew and Jamie, whichever.
Yeah, whichever. I mean,
actually, I think Jamie and Andrew sounds better.
I think it sounds better.
I think it sounds better. Not because of it, just off the tongue. Andrew and Jamie doesn't flow as well as Jamie and Andrew.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. So I think, it's a new podcast. We're going to just talk about a lot of stuff, maybe give some advice, and overall have a good time. We're going to get to know each other because we don't know each other that well, which people are probably thinking, that's weird that you would do a podcast with someone you don't know that well. But they don't know how little friends I have here.
Wow, I feel honored by that.
No.
That's great.
No, she's great. So I'm very excited.
She's great.
You're great. What do you want me to say? We're talking to an invisible audience. I'm like, yes, we're talking, but
No, this is comfortable.
We're breaking
for
down
me.
the third wall.
It makes me
the fourth wall.
It makes me think of my parents. Like, no, she's great. It's good.
Is it the fourth or third wall? If I'm talking to an audience,
the fourth wall.
That's the fourth wall. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we'll talk to them much unless they write in or call in. Which, you know what? I don't remember what the phone number is. We got to write that phone number down so we can say it on the podcast.
I feel like you're going to learn a lot from me during this too.
Yeah, about being prepared. Do you have the number?
Yeah.
Pull up the number for us.
Yeah, I have the number.
That way we can pitch it.
I also am sending stuff into the messenger, some prompts. Let me send this as well.
Should we talk a little bit? I feel like we need to mention like where the mess hall came from and like why we got talking about that. Is that valuable?
Yeah, I think so. Also, that's Ben who's talking. Someone's going to hear that. They're going to lose that
Ben.
guy.
I just want to make you uncomfortable, so I'm just going to give you genuine compliments. Like, you have beautiful eyes.
Oh, I know that. That's not going to... You think you're the first person to tell me I have great eyes? Look at these things. Especially with the lights on it, I can only imagine. This is when you zoom in on my eyes, just so you know.
Gorgeous.
I look right into the camera. There you go. This is nice having cameras there. I don't ever think about that in a podcast. But that's how all the podcasts are done now. Look at us. Professionals.
And stars. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
By the way, I do have the phone number for our hotline.
This is a phone number if you have advice, if you need advice, if you just want to share, get some shit off your chest.
You just said have advice. If you have advice for us, if you want to give me advice.
We can't take it, so keep it to yourself. We're not good at taking advice. But if you need advice or if you're in a mess and you'd like to just air it out, please call this number.
Phone number is 832-744-9492.
We're gonna write it somewhere that we just have it. That's pretty good.
You can call, you can text, and just know that it can remain. You can say you want to remain anonymous. We're not gonna, blow up your spot.
We probably should shut that door, huh? That's all right. No one really comes in here. I would be very surprised if someone walked in here right now. If they do, they'll come in and they'll be like, "What's up, bro?" And I'll be like, "I'm kind of busy."
Or we're gonna be robbed.
Yeah. Well, no, I got a code on my door. Okay. To get in, you need the code, and only every roommate I've ever had has it.
Great.
No.
Anyone with a vendetta against you?
Oh,
Let's talk about the mess.
Yeah. Well, my last roommate was really bad. There's just probably, I don't know. They're probably taking the trash out or something.
That's a good subject.
What, my last roommate?
Yeah.
Of
That's
course.
messy.
He was bad. Bad. You want to hear about it?
Yes.
All right. First off, I should keep him anonymous, but I won't. It's a comic named that fucking...
I love that you didn't even know
piece
your
of
old
shit.
roommate's last name, but I knew your old roommate's last name.
Listen.
I don't want to immediately say who's the bigger mess here, but I'm just going to go ahead and say
It's
Andrew.
Him. No. I let this fucking idiot live with me. And he's weird.
Should we be calling out
I don't
people
care.
by name?
I think I've let him know that I dislike him.
Okay.
So he should know this.
I can bleep out names if we
Nope,
change our mind.
Not this one.
Not this one.
Keep this one in. I'm cool with it. Can't.
Cool with you. We're good.
That she's not.
Does that make me a pussy?
We're a
Fuck
team.
you.
We're a team.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude. No, he stunk. He moved in. Also, he's a man child, which he moved in and he didn't tell his parents that he moved. So his parents looked for him. His parents one day just showed up at my house like knocked on my door. By the way, cutest parents I'd ever seen in my entire life. Like very old black couple, like tucked in shirt, belts, like, excuse me, sir, does live here? It was very weird. And I was like, yeah, he does. I think he's upstairs. They're like, he doesn't answer his calls or anything. And then they walk in, they look around, they're like, this is a nice place. We didn't expect to live in anything that was nice. I was like, damn, dude. Also, he's like 40 years old. So he's living with me, and he stinks. He's not good. He doesn't do his dishes. He burns everything. This is just normal roommate shit. But then he starts dating this girl who I'll leave her name out, although I dislike her as well. But she's at the house every single day to the point where he's gone. She's still here. And we're like, at one point, we're like, hey, you got to just let her know she can't be here when you're not here. And he takes so offense. He's like, I'm leaving. And he's moving out. And he gives me 12 hours notice of moving out. And I was like, motherfucker, what? He moved out in 12 hours.
And paid rent through the end of the month.
No. He moved out the day his rent was due. The day his rent was due, he moved out. And then they broke up. So that's pretty funny. That makes me like her more. He also got a DWI out here, and that shit was wild. Like, he got a DWI right outside my house. He's going through the red light. He just runs the red light. The cop turns on it and just keeps going all the way to my house, like from I-10 to here, which is like a mile. And so he basically goes on a chase for a mile. And
brings them directly to the place that he lives.
Yeah, the cops come to the house, and then I'm like standing outside and like, what the hell happened? And then he's getting arrested. It was a whole nightmare. It was funny. I really enjoyed it. I almost got arrested. I was pretty drunk, but
I feel like everybody just needs to start listening, liking, subscribing to this podcast so that you don't have to have roommates anymore.
Oh, I would love that. I've got some good ones now, though. It's the quiet roommates are always the best roommates, and the people that are like keep to themselves. I got 2 roommates. It's a 5-bedroom, pretty good. We're in one, kind of
very fancy, low key brag, ladies. 5 bedrooms. No, don't. That you ruined
your
it.
Kids could live here.
But that was the worst finger guns. That was the worst finger gun. Can you just do that again?
What do you do?
I mean, you gotta be firm with it, like, or maybe even like put it to the side.
Stop. Like, that's appropriation.
I mean,
you can't put that to the side. That's insane.
Is it?
That's absurd.
I'm Jewish. Does that count for? So are you? Does that count for anything? Do we get cred for that?
I didn't think about the fact that we're both Jewish. I'm only a little.
I know. I'm only a little too, but I feel like we just have to dig into it deep.
Well, that's why I want to do this podcast with you. 2 Jews. How could it not be successful?
Yeah, we're terrible Jews. Do you know any Yiddish words?
No. I don't know anything. When was the last time you celebrated a Jewish holiday?
No, any good Jew that I know is an atheist. That's.
But when was the last time?
Other people's bar or bat mitzvahs.
Oh wow. Okay. I haven't celebrated anything since I was 15, probably.
I feel like maybe we do a Shabbat dinner and just start telling everyone. I don't really either. But I feel like it like is in this day and age it does something for us. We're not 100% white. Also, you have blue.
Jew is white.
It's white, but like we get some cred.
White.
We get some cred.
Yeah, I mean it's not even the shittiest of all the white. Like it's not,
It's not the shittiest of the white. That's credit. We get
we're
something
not Irish.
for that.
That's pretty bad. That's like,
We're
the Irish is like white. You're like, yeah, you're white, but how white are you?
I feel like we're glossing over this whole story that you told with your roommates. So I want to know what happened.
I just said what happened.
The cops came over. Were you arrested?
No, I was drunk though, and I go, "What happened?" They're arresting him, and they're trying to tow his car. And I actually was being a very nice guy because I felt bad. His car was at my house already, right? And they were trying to tow his car. I go, "You guys don't have to tow his car. It's here. It's where he lives. Just tow the car. I mean, just don't tow the car." And we go back and forth, and he goes, "No, we're going to tow the car." I go, "But you don't have to." He goes, "We got to tow the car." I go, "You don't, though. You could legally, there's cars.
They're like, we don't
Fine.
have to tow it, but he's black, so we're gonna tow
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And I was like, you're just being an asshole. That's what I told the cop. And he goes, what? And I go, you're being an asshole. And he goes, go inside. I go, I'm in my yard. I don't have to go inside. And I was like, you're being a dick. And you could just say you're being a dick and you want to tow his car. And that's fine. But
Look at you being a hero.
I didn't do anything. I'll tell you that much. It almost got me arrested. At one point, he goes, turn around. And I go, no, fuck off. And I backed up. And I was like, I didn't do anything wrong. I've done nothing. And also, I was pretty drunk. And at the time, my other roommate was a lawyer. So I was like, my roommate's a lawyer. I think I know what I'm talking about. I just knew my roommate was a lawyer. It's not like we've talked about this
Cops
before.
actually love that. They do a 180 immediately.
Yeah.
Have you been arrested?
Yeah. I've been to jail 4 times probably in my life.
Ooh, okay.
You've never been to jail, I could tell.
I've been to jail.
No, for what? Hold
I've
on.
been to
Can I
jail.
guess?
Yeah.
This is fun. Well, how old are you?
19?
Okay.
No. Older than that. 21.
21.
21.
Legal drinking age.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think it was a D-dub.
It's nothing sexy.
Well, yeah, I don't think it was a D-dub. I think
Been to jail.
you got into a fight.
Hardened criminal.
I think you didn't get someone
It's
attacked
so
you.
much less sexy than that.
Tickets.
Yeah. So
lame.
I did in Arizona, it's criminal speeding if you're 20 miles per hour or more over the speed limit. I cried when I got pulled over. He said I could take you to jail. Gave me a really expensive ticket. I paid the ticket. This is how good of a person I am. I paid the ticket, but I never showed up for the court date, so there was a warrant out for my arrest. Got pulled over going through a stop sign. Went to jail, called my mother from jail, and she said, when you're ready to tell me what you really did, I'll pay your bail. Nice. Hung up on me. Yeah,
Your
it's
mom's
fucked up.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's a bitch. And yeah,
I've
she
called
was
my
like,
mom from jail. Very similar. So
did she help? She was like, fuck off. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mother didn't even believe. She thought it was something so much worse. And then the cops were like making fun of me too. They were like, we're gonna put you in the same cell as this homeless dude that's getting booked at the same time as you. They fucked with me.
they didn't have like guy-girl cell?
No, they did, but they were fucking with me. They wanted to see
Gotcha.
me. They wanted to get me worked up. They actually put me in my own cell, separated from all the other women.
You have to be honest with me about this. Were you a crazy Karen bitch when you got arrested? Did you go crazy? Because that sounds like they treated you differently for a reason.
So
Or did you go a little nuts on them?
I didn't say like, do you know who I? None of that shit. None of that. I really just cried like a little baby back bitch.
Baby back bitch.
I was sobbing.
It's the best ribs ever.
I-
What is that?
I was just, I was sobbing like, I mean, they were essentially going to move me from this Tempe, Arizona, ASU Sun Devils, go Devils.
That's the party school. That's where
Yes,
you went?
yes.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
I know, it's terrible. It's embarrassing. I am a mess, trust me.
That's like where they filmed 99% of Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah, so like I
It's
could have
literally
gone. I'm very smart. I could have gone to an Ivy League college, and then
What
I
made
got
you
my
go to this party school?
I got my braces off in the 9th grade,
Ooh.
and then I was cute.
You got that confidence.
And I thought, yeah, I'm cute, and so I stopped caring, and so yeah, I wanted to go get drunk and have.
Did
sex.
you graduate?
I did graduate.
Nice. With what? For what? Partying hard?
Yeah, ASU doesn't have real majors. Sorry, ASU. I think it was like they call international relations global studies. I think that's what I did. I don't even remember.
Interracial relationships. That's what you did.
Exactly. I specialized in that. No,
yes.
I did. The only black dick I ever got was in college, though.
Ooh. Was it bigger?
Honestly, I feel like you're supposed to say yes, but honestly,
it wasn't.
no. And I don't remember it being super like. I don't remember him being super giving. Like you
Are they
know,
supposed to be giving?
like I don't know.
I don't know if that was I always feel bad. That's got to be the worst, right? To have an average or slightly below average penis as a black guy, because that's probably the only stereotype that is beneficial for black people. I think every other stereotype is usually pretty shitty and it sucks. But the beneficial one is like, hey, you got a big old dick, but then you don't, and that's got to be the worst.
It
That's
was fine.
really,
I should sit. Sir, it was fine.
What was his name?
It was fine. I'm not going to say.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm not going to say. He broke up with me because he said his mother wouldn't approve of me.
Wow.
Dang.
You should have been like,
Yeah.
I don't approve of you having a small penis. You tricked me.
I may have said something close to that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, when you're angry
Yeah.
and young and
Ouch.
dumb.
That's
Yeah.
fucked. But I feel bad for the guy. Anyways.
You
Wait,
f-
what were we talking about? I'm tired of thinking of this guy's penis.
I went to jail. Yes,
Oh,
I
you
went to
jail.
jail. But they were going to transfer me from the Tempe jail to the actual prison in downtown Phoenix. And I got bailed out in the nick of time. Like, literally.
She bailed you out eventually. How long were you
No,
in jail
not
for?
my mother.
Oh, who did?
Not my mother. I called my then boyfriend, who was in Tucson, Arizona at the time, a few hours away, and his dad was a former cop. Anyway, he sent his friend to come get me, and
Wow.
yeah, it was like $600, which in college seemed like
That's a
the
million.
end of the
That's a
world,
million.
like impossible. And
That's $1 million right there.
yeah,
How long were you in jail for?
like
It's gonna be 6 hours, 8
It-
hours tops.
8 hours would have been 8 hours would have been a long time. It was like 4 hours, and it felt like forever.
Of course, yeah, yeah.
But it was very difficult for me. I know you probably think I'm like privileged, spoiled,
Yes.
but I had the scratchiest blanket. The scratchiest
in jail,
in jail. They tried to give
yeah.
me a blanket. They tried to give me food. It
the
was
lights
like,
are always on in jail, even at night, and that's the thing that always bothered me.
So if you think I haven't suffered,
you got a scratchy blanket.
I had a
and-
scratchy blanket for 4
In
hours.
the college jail.
In the college jail.
I went to jail once for 2 weeks. Now I did some hard time.
Dang.
That's why I got this
Why did you go to
tattoo.
jail for 2 weeks?
Wouldn't that be funny if I got a real jail? I was there for 2 weeks. I
You got a
jail.
prison. Wait,
No, wouldn't that be great? I
wait.
did not get a prison tattoo, but that would be great. I would do it for the story.
Honestly, I would believe that's a prison tattoo. I
yeah, I
mean,
know it does. It does look like one. I just got it when I was.
What's
19.
your worst tattoo?
Oh well, all of them are perfect. So I don't know. I got some really bad ones. I got some good ones. Depends on what do you think is bad? You know, that's not on me to decide. I think that's for each and every person to look at my tattoos and decide for themselves. I don't have one that I don't dislike any of mine.
I feel like we need
There-
to be
some of them are
vulnerable
bad.
on this, and you need to just
This
show
one's
us
not
your
great.
worst
That's
tattoo.
a little.
Yeah.
That's a little spaceship. It's not good. I did that one with a needle when I was young, and it's supposed to be a K. Doesn't look. That's the worst one. If we really break technically,
Okay, for what?
I was in a band called The Kill, and I was trying to tattoo my whole wrist to say my band name on it. And
I'm not surprised by that. You
yeah.
give off very like emo vibes,
Yeah. What gave you that idea?
but you're
what gave you that?
but like emo adult.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I did get the band tattoo. I just got it on my lip. Yeah.
Can we see?
Yeah, of course. I don't know how we would. We'll see. I don't know if it's worth zooming in.
Can
but
we zoom in?
Just don't let the mic.
It's probably still there, right?
Don't let the mic block
Oh,
it. Yeah, there you go.
shit.
There you go.
Oh
It's been
shit!
there for a very long time. So they told me when I got it, they're like, this will last like 2 to 3 years. It's been a long time. I was 19, I think, when I got it, maybe 20. I definitely wasn't 21. So, it's like 16, 17 years and it's still there. So, not that I'm like itching to get a new lip tattoo and I'm like, I wish this one would fade. I only show it. Most people don't know I have it. How would you know? I don't know. It's weird. But I went to jail once. Well, a bunch of times. Mostly tickets. One time I went to jail for 2 weeks.
Okay, so what was the 2-week one?
I was in college, ASU.
Shut the
Not
fuck
okay.
up.
Wouldn't it be funny if we went to the same place? No, not the same place. The week before I went to jail, there was like this big party in town. It's a very small town, right? And this kid got drunk at the party, drove home, hit a tree, killed himself. Not on purpose, but drove drinking and driving. You know how it goes. We all got a guy who's died. Maybe you got
Really
3.
bringing it down.
No, it's okay. This is a ups and downs thing. This podcast is going to be all roller coaster. A lot of downs in here. We're going to have a lot of Down syndrome guests.
Get excited, everyone. Lots of downs.
A lot of downs, mostly in my forehead. What was I saying? Okay, so this guy dies.
What was I saying? A guy died.
A guy
drunk
died
driving.
because he was drinking and driving.
It's
Then-
okay, kids. That doesn't always happen. You can drink and drive. This is the type of advice
I don't
we'll
think.
give.
Yeah. I have a party the next weekend. The next party, basically, in the town, right? Bunch of people come over. There's a ton of people there. There's people that are in high school that are there. You know, I'm 19, right? So there's people from high school. There's people who's been in college for a while. Like there's probably ages. Well, come to find out, it was actually ages 15 to like 22. You know, there. I didn't know any. You know, I didn't. It's not the people I knew. I didn't bring. You know,
Just really hedging your bets for
Yeah.
just in case anything
Well-
comes out later.
Well, here's the thing. No, nothing bad happened. At least on my end. I don't know about everyone else's, but
I'm fucking with you.
I
You're fine.
know-
You're literally
Yeah.
sweating right now. It's all-
no, I'm not. That's just fat. I've been sunburnt. Anyways, so the cops show up, right? There's actually one guy there that was 21 years old. So the ages were actually probably 15 to 21. And there's one guy there that was 21, and he bought us all the booze because that's how it worked back then, right? You got the one guy who was okay with hanging out with all you young assholes, and he would buy all the booze. And yeah, was he creepy? Yeah, it kind of seems that way looking back at it. But he was my friend at the time, and he bought us booze. And so they come in, and they're like, hey, who bought all the booze? And I was like, I got it from a homeless guy, you know? Like the old, you ever like hang outside a grocery store till you find a homeless guy and you get them to buy booze for you? I don't think you did that.
Girls don't have
Yeah,
to
I
do
just
that.
realized that's not a thing. That's not a thing you ever did. I used to rollerblade outside a Wegmans, which that's a northern thing, but just waiting for people to show up and try to get booze. Anyways, so I tell them that, and they go, listen, someone's going to get in trouble tonight. We know who bought the booze. He's bought booze for other people before. He's the only one who's legally of age here who bought the booze. And in my head, as a 19-year-old who's stupid, I was like, oh, I'm just going to get like a minor in possession, like a ticket, right? And I go, no, I got it from a homeless guy. And so then the next thing I know, me and my roommate were in handcuffs in the back of a cop car. And you know what the worst part about it is? I had picked up this girl earlier in the night from her parents' house, and we had said that we were going to go to the movies. And they're like, what movie are you going to see? We made up fucking the movie, blah, blah, blah. And then we drive to my house, I guess in my house at the time. And we party, right? And then the next time I see her parents, I'm in the back of a cop car, and her dad's knocking on the door. He's like, you're going to the movies, are you? And I was in the back of the cop car.
This is the 2-week thing?
Yeah. This is what. So I get put in the cop car, and then I go to. They book us, and you know what's fucked up is I covered for that guy, and when the cops showed up, I had a bunch of weed at the house too, and I hid it inside my disposal of my sink, like inside the disposal.
Smart.
Yeah, I hid it there. It got stolen by that guy. That guy who I covered for, I ended up in jail for, is the guy who stole my weed.
Good for him.
Fucking douche, right?
You
We're
gotta-
friends now, actually. But at the
gotta do what you
time,
gotta do.
I think he would agree. He was a real douche. And so anyways, I go to jail. I call my mom. I go, Mom, I'm in jail. I need bail money to get out. And she's like, well, good luck, and hangs up the phone. And then I sat in jail, and I did get bailed out the day before my court date. So it was my court date was 2 weeks later. I got bailed out the day before. I think my mom helped a little, but so did a bunch of my other friends. But also they waited till the end. They did. In fairness, my friends had no money, but it was really nice. My friends put together a giant collection, and they paid my rent the next month and bought me all these groceries and stuff. It was really incredibly nice, kind of like heartwarming when I got out of jail.
That is very sweet. I just can't believe, like, what were you 2 weeks, like, what were you charged with?
Original charge was aiding the delinquency of a minor. And I was like, bitch, I am
You're
a minor.
a minor.
That's what I said. That was my whole argument. If I went to court, which I didn't end up having to go to like real court where I said anything, you know, but in my brain, I was like, I'm just going to be like, I can't buy alcohol. Come on. Like, you can't like you're getting me for helping other people get alcohol when I'm not of age to get alcohol. This is crazy.
This is why our system is fucked up. That's fucked up.
Yeah. But it was funny. I think it's funny.
I mean, it is very funny.
I met some characters in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a preacher who
But
beat
what
his
else
wife.
happened?
No, it's a brand new jail. At this jail, they would put you in your own. They put you in solitary for the first like 4 days to make sure you weren't crazy, and it was like over Christmas break, which sucked because I remember I spent New Year's Eve in jail, and I could see like an analog clock. You know, I just watched it. I remember like laying there and like looking out my little sliver window and watching it click to midnight, and then it hits midnight, and I go, Happy fucking New Year. And then I went to bed.
One tear falls down.
It was really kind of sad. But I met some crazy people. There was like a preacher who beat his wife and did cocaine who offered me a job. He was cool. Like, not the beating the wife part, but the cocaine at the time I thought was neat.
I thought it was neat too.
Yeah. And then there was some just like badasses. And then there's a lot of liars in there. A lot of liars in jail.
Were you how do you not get fucked up? How do you not get someone to beat your ass when you're in there?
Well, first off, I don't know. No, I don't think anyone got beat up in this jail. It wasn't prison. It was just jail. Like, yeah, there were some fights, but not like I was quiet. I kept to myself, and also like I had like long hair, and I think they were all like, "He's enough of a pussy." So, what are we gonna do? Prove that I can beat up a pussy?
You had long hair?
Oh man,
I feel like you'd be primed for the take.
I had hair. Oh, if this is prison, I was gonna get fucked for sure.
So what's the difference?
Jail is
That's
something,
where I was.
Yeah. Jail is something you go to if you're not going to be in there more than 90 days, right? So like someone who gets caught shoplifting or whatever. Prison is like, oh, you're in with the murderers and the rapists and the people that are going to fuck you up the ass, you know, the gays.
You have to affiliate yourself with, some, I don't know, Nazis or something.
Oh, I should have done.
Just
Well, they were
don't let
not in
them know.
jail.
This is how we know it's good to be our kind of Jew, because you can affiliate yourself.
Tell.
Yeah,
I
you
can
can't
do
tell.
whatever I wanted. If you went to prison, how long? All right, what gang would you join if you go to prison? There are the white supremacists. There are the Latin
I would try
kings.
to act. No, none of this. I've thought of this.
You just keep your head down
I always
and-
think worst case scenario. I feel like if you keep
thought
your
of
head
this?
down, then yes. Okay, I thought about it this week actually. I forget why.
What are you doing?
But if you
What's making you think about this?
someone was talking about being in prison, and I thought, okay, you're gonna get fucked up. You're gonna get. Women have this thing. If you're quiet, they think that you're acting too good. Like, what, you're too good for us? What, you think you're, look at this stuck up bitch. You have to act
I agree with them.
insane. You have to be, fuck
I
off.
agree with them.
This is literally what everyone thinks.
Nothing like a quiet, what a bitch that quiet woman is.
No.
I hate a quiet woman.
This is true. I feel like that Orange is the New Black lady who's like doing yoga. Unless you're like elderly. There's the one lady
From that
who like
70s show?
never.
She's so hot.
No, not that
her
70s
name?
show. Orange is the New Black.
Yes, but the lady Donna
is she
from
on
that
that?
70s show.
No. I'm
But
talking
she's
about
in Orange. You're talking about the blonde.
I'm talking about the elderly lady. No one fucks with her because she's like 80 years old.
You're not elderly.
Exactly.
People
So
are gonna fuck
the
with you.
only way to not be fucked with is to
Join
be
the
vocally
white
acting
supremacists.
insane. Like
Okay.
start laughing hysterically out of nowhere.
Oh,
You
yeah,
just
yeah.
have to act like you are mentally manic, fully mentally ill.
That's actually not that bad of an idea because when I was in jail for that 2 weeks, I did see a guy shit on the floor and then pick it up and wipe it on the wall.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we were all like, stay away from that guy. Oh,
Just
gross.
scratch
Oh, it's
yourself
disgusting.
aggressively, start laughing like
That's
a
just
hyena.
meth, though. The scratching that's meth. They're
But
just,
act like you're on meth all the time.
Yeah.
That's the trick.
Well, this is sound advice from someone who's never been to jail more than 8 hours.
Yeah, but
How to
commit.
survive in jail.
Listen.
Yeah.
I
Listen.
mean, it was rough for me. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you'd be fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be literally.
You're too handsome. You're good looking. Someone would make you their wife. You'd be holding pockets.
And honestly,
And
maybe I'd be into that. Maybe I would like find someone to protect me. That would be the other game plan.
Yeah.
Find myself like a tall, that 70s show bitch, like a 6'4", handsome
But you got to go
woman.
down on her.
I mean,
For safety.
for safety,
Women love security. They love.
that's all we want. We'll
They
do
don't care where they get it from.
Yes, that's all we want. We want to find a comfort zone. I could get comfortable with that. If it was like, once a month,
Once a month.
more than that.
Well, if she's giving you protection, she's gonna want more than once a month. Maybe not though. I don't know.
This is ugh, no. Yeah, no. I wouldn't survive. I'd be dead. I'd
Yeah.
die.
So you're going full Nazi instead.
Yeah, I think that maybe, skinhead, shave my head.
Your family doesn't have any money. You can't pay someone off to protect you.
Oh no,
pay the
we
guards
do.
off.
I'm so unlikable. This is what I was
Pay
scared
the
of with
guards
this
off
podcast.
Pay the guards
Yeah.
off to protect you.
I
be a
will
real
use my
cunt.
privilege in any way that I possibly can. I would take advantage of it 1,000%.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I am a mess because
What a waste of
I
privilege
have
if you
privilege,
don't.
but I hate myself for it. It makes me embarrassed. It's the worst.
What
This is why people hate me. This is why
Nobody
I may
hates
never
you.
be successful, because I am privileged
Nobody hates you.
and bougie.
There are plenty of most successful people are in fact privileged.
but I do want comfort and security. Like, I would be hated in prison, and I would just have to find a way to act. How would I be relatable in prison?
You would not.
Yeah.
My guess.
You just
is
have to
you would
lean-
not be relatable at all.
You just have to lean in to being
To what?
not relatable.
Nah, I think you're fucked.
Well, privileged people can still be crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So you can still lean on the crazy part.
Yeah. that's my goal, is just to act insane.
It's a good strategy.
That's my strategy.
And the poop hurling is a good backup plan.
That'd be mine, I think.
don't like-
That's my only. I don't have much going for me. The only thing I'm covered in tattoos and I'm big, so I'm not like the first target. I'm never walking down a street and feeling scared because I know that people aren't like, let's jump that guy, because I just look big and scary. But
I don't think you look scary.
you know me. If you don't know me, I look big and like I'm definitely not the first person you go to tackle.
Can you act insane? Would you touch your own shit?
Ew, no.
Would you smear your own shit on a wall to save your life?
Are we talking in jail?
Yeah, or whatever. Let's say
In
someone
what? Outside of
comes into your house
outside
and you
of
don't
jail, where is that going to save my life?
No, let's say someone. I think about this all the time because I'm not a gun person, and I'm small. So someone breaks into my house in the middle of the night, and I have to act insane to freak them out.
What do you
Shit
do?
and smear your own shit. That's
That's your
that's-
go-to?
No, that's not my go-to. But that is you acting insane. That's insane.
I think maybe have a gun. Buy a gun. You got a gun?
I don't want to touch a gun.
This is a rare instance of the gun is a better home safety.
Yeah.
You-
I got a gun.
You think
wanna see
that-
my gun? I
You
pull it out.
think I'm a conservative? You have a
I
gun.
have a
I don't
gun.
have a gun.
Well, you should get a gun.
Fuck no.
I'm a Texas liberal, which I want a gun. I want a gun. I want to be able to shoot your unborn baby. What I'm a liberal. I like shooting guns. They're fun.
And you're full of testosterone. I went shooting with my
I don't know.
father-in-law.
I'm pretty sure I got low T. I could be wrong.
I'm
but-
also low T.
Well, I would
so
hope so. See, that's why I want to do this podcast. We have something in common.
I went shooting with my father-in-law, and I touched the gun, and I started weeping.
Well, I don't think your father-in-law should have pulled out his gun.
It was very inappropriate. No, literally, I can't touch a gun. I just have to act insane. I have to smear my shit on the wall. That's the only way to survive.
If someone breaks into your house, you're smearing your shit on the wall.
Yeah,
That's so crazy as a first go-to.
Even if I had a gun,
That's your first? You don't go, hey guys, just take the money. I didn't see anything.
no,
You don't do that first?
No,
You just
Straight-
pull your
straight to wild-eyed meth scratching shit on the
shitting.
wall.
What if constipated? What are you gonna do? You're just sitting there and they're like, what are you doing? You're like, hold on. What do you do at that point?
When I was little, my siblings would buy fake shit from the like joke store and
Yeah.
tell me that I shit on the ground and make me cry. And so maybe I just like have that ready to go.
You just have a piece of shit, a fake shit.
Yeah, I throw fake shit at them.
That's first of all, it's pretty insane that you would not have a gun in your dresser, but you'll have fake shit. And they're like, "What is this fake shit?" You're like, "Well, this is protection." This is for your house.
Think about a man your size breaking into my house.
Yeah.
Like, okay, already by the time no one thinks of the reality of it. You wake up, you're discombobulated, you're in the moment. They're already here. They're gonna take that gun from me immediately and use it against me.
Well, they're also gonna take your shit away from you and rub that all over themselves.
You don't wanna
freak the
touch-
fuck out of you.
Think about, isn't it weird? Think about the people that you love and how like their farts or their shit is so much less gross to you than a stranger's.
Gotta be honest, that's not true.
You've had a dog. You pick up your dog's shit.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Okay, it's so much less gross. My dog, when you pick up his shit, it's warm. I occasionally accidentally pick up the shit next to it that's cold, and it gives me a chill down my spine.
Because it's cold.
Because it's because you know it's not your dog's shit.
I gotta be honest. Any dog shit is pretty gross. The same amount of gross. I don't think it's because it's.
Your kid's shit is way less gross to you.
No, it's still disgusting.
No,
I've definitely changed a diaper and gone.
this is the luxury of being a man. How many diapers have you changed?
A ton. How many have you changed?
0. Thank God. Thank
See?
God.
Well, so I think this is a place I can talk about. I think that it's disgusting. Shit is gross. My shit's gross. My shit doesn't bother me as much, but
I
mine's
feel
really
like
gross.
this
I got
episode
really bad
is
shit.
devolved into people thinking that I'm into shit, and I'm very
I think you are.
I think it is also very gross. But I'm just saying, when you love someone, it's less gross.
And you love their shit.
Yeah, like my dog,
That's crazy. The dog is not a good reference. I want you to know that. Like the dog is not like proving your point. You know, like my
how's it not-
dog, I love my dog shit. That's not proving it. A better argument would have been like when my husband farts, it doesn't bother me. I'm not that grossed out because I'm used to it and I care about him and it's just we're there
We're
together.
at the
And
stage in our
farts smell the same now.
It is still gross, but we're at the stage in our relationship where it's just like open door,
Open
direct
a-holes.
direct eye contact, and I literally will like we can get down to business a second after. Like it doesn't impact me whatsoever. That's beautiful.
I went through a 2-year relationship without farting in front of them one time.
That
Not
is
once.
you, and you don't
And you
think
know
that
what
that is a problem.
And afterwards, after the relationship, pretty recently, we were hanging out and talking, and then I go, you know what? Now's the time. And I just go like this. I go, and I looked right at her, and she did not like it. She's like, that's where we are as people now. That's what we do. And I was like, well, we're not together anymore, so
No,
There
you
we
do
are.
it when you're together to build intimacy, not after.
build intimacy.
Then she's like, "Fuck
What
off."
is- no, come on. Wow.
I mean, that's like it truly doesn't even like I don't even think twice about it anymore. That's love.
You fart?
I mean, look at me.
Let's
No,
hear
I never,
one. Would you
never,
Will you
the
fart
real
on the
questions.
show?
never.
Will you ever fart on the show?
If we start a Patreon and we get to a certain number of
Now we're
followers,
talking.
I think this is how we get. Yeah,
I
Got
would-
the money
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
I would consider it, but it might be difficult because I never fart.
Well, you have your cell phone. You can just whenever you're ready.
It never happens
We
though.
don't have
like
to be there. We'll just get the video.
Y'all heard about these fart jars though?
y-
They
Fart
sell. They
jars?
sell. They
that
do.
girl went to the hospital.
Fart jar
For farting
girl?
too many.
She literally went to the hospital for farting too much. This happened.
Remember cake farts?
No, but I've talked about this. We work so hard at our craft.
You've
I
talked
like
about
work.
farting.
I've talked about how upsetting it is to me that I craft a joke. I work hard. I think so much about it. I'm bearing my soul. And I try to be like silly and fun, and I try to like make it perfect over time. And then some bitch sits on a cake and farts and has 8 million views.
Good for her. Get it where you
good.
can.
I know. Good for her.
Here's the problem. Yes, I get why that upsets you. It upsets me too, to an extent. But when you break it down to the fact that that bitch has to fart on cakes for the rest of her life,
She's known as that girl.
you no longer feel that sad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, that's why I'll never fart, no matter how much of a Patreon following we ever get. You really just convinced me the opposite way.
you're not gonna be the farting girl though.
Yeah, no, never.
There wouldn't be like
I
that
don't fart.
podcast with Andrew Youngman, that girl who farts all the time.
I don't. By the way, how did it devolve to this?
I'll fart right now if you fart right now.
I literally.
I'm kidding. I'm
can't-
not ready for that.
I cannot overstate enough that I don't fart ever.
You do fart.
No, never. I never fart.
Oh, come on. That's all a lie.
Let's
now.
start our friendship based on lies.
What if we fart together for the first time?
I'm not doing this. How
This
does
has
it?
gotten weird.
I'm gonna go for a walk.
We're moving on. We're moving
Like,
on from
you
this.
guys probably get a new producer.
I'm gonna crack a window real quick.
We should talk about our sponsors, Beano. Yeah. All right, but you said you had something to ask me. You had something to ask me.
I had just like a few random
Let's do
things
it.
because
Let's
I
do it.
wanted to know, like, I want to know what your life is. So I don't even know if this will end up in anything funny or something we want to keep, but I want to
just
know.
break down and start crying.
I just want to know, like, what your ideal, like, when not dream scenario, just like, what is like your comfortable, perfect, genuinely honest, like, comfortable night when you're like, this is the perfect.
Night?
Yeah, just like what you do. What do you do?
You want to
like,
take me out? Is that
what
what
do
we're
you
doing?
do? I want to know. I honestly, yeah. I mean, like if you were having like the perfect Andrew night, like what are you eating? Where are you going? What are you doing? I want to understand what
That's
you
tough.
like.
Perfect night. That's a tough one. But also,
But
I'm
not
pretty
a
basic.
dream scenario. Like what something
Just a
that
regular
actually-
regular night that happens.
night that happens.
Oh man, give me a good set, maybe 2 good sets at different places, couple cocktails, and then give me 3 close comics that I like sitting at a bar talking bullshit about the stuff
Details.
we've done.
What are you drinking? What bar are you going to?
Jack Daniels with water on ice. Very simple. I miss Mondays at Cecil's. I also don't do Rudyard's much, and I used to love doing Rudyard's and then going to Cecil's afterwards. Then it became, doing trash was my favorite. Doing, my Tuesday show with Zod, because we would drink, we would do the show, and then afterwards we'd be sitting there and talking about the show, talking about how good everyone did, how bad people did. We talk about the beginnings, like, oh, I'm working on this new bit, I got this bit. I love that. Sitting there and talking with a comic, I was in Hawaii with Mark this last week, right? And we bar hopped, and Honolulu's beautiful, it's wonderful, but nighttime happens, and there's like 8 bars total in Honolulu. And you go from one to the other, and they're all packed and fucking crazy. And the whole time, me and him walked around, just like, where is one where there's an empty table that me and you can sit and just talk? That's all we wanted to do the entire fucking time. And then we finally found one after like 5 bars of like, crazy loud music, like fucking elbow to elbow bullshit like that, where we're like, this is brutal. And we finally find a bar that's we're like walking, we're like, this is beautiful, this is wonderful, this is awesome. And we get to the bar, and as we walk into the bar, there just happens to be about a group of 15 people at the bar that all came to the show, and they're like, oh my God, and they're trying to buy us drinks and shit like that, and we're like, no. And eventually we had to be like, guys, we're literally just here to talk and catch up and open up.
You said
and
that?
Literally after they bought us a couple drinks, and they're really nice people, and we really enjoyed them. But it was like after a few minutes of like, hey, you guys were great. And then they're like asking Martha, like, what's Sam like? Where's Joe? How do you know he's had herpes? Like shit like that, you know? They're like asking all these questions, and Mark's getting like, he's a psycho. And then I'm like, I want to get out of here and not do this. And so eventually I was like, guys, we just wanted to have a drink. Thank you so much for coming out. And then we sat there and we just talked and drank. So I prefer to sit down and talk with my friends and the people I care about, and
It's like
and talk,
this
and
is
comedy
why I
wise,
don't like
especially. I love talk
bars.
comedy. I love bars.
I will go take myself out and sit up at a bar alone. But yeah, I put headphones in, and that's my ideal night.
I love talking at a bar. I love a good. You know what I also like? I like talking at a strip club. That's fun too. I know that sounds shitty, but I got a couple friends here in Houston that I go to strip clubs pretty regularly with. But we're not like, it's not like we're like doing like throwing dollars everywhere. We're not doing, that's not our thing. And we're not cheap by any means. I've given girls money just for hanging out with us, because what we'll do is we'll get a table. We're kind of connected with some of the bar staff and stuff. So we're like in like the VIP areas or whatever. And we'll sit at a table, we'll get drinks, and we'll talk, and we'll have a good time. And it's wonderful background to have great conversations with good friends. And then, yes, are there tits in the background? Yes, that is amazing. It's a wonderful thing. And then also they come up to us, and we're very honest. We're like, hey, we're probably not going to do a lap dance. It's not really our thing.
I'm sure they
so
love
if you
that.
want to move on. And then they sit down with us, and they're like, oh, thank God. I'm so sick of talking to these weirdos. And then they're sitting down and talking to us and having a good time. And
They are just waiting to get money. That is a line that literally, I cannot tell you, men are so easy. That is such a manipulative line. I cannot tell you how many women.
I said that line.
No, the women saying, strippers saying, all these other weirdos to the men that they're with at the moment.
Totally
I'm just-
get that.
FYI.
I agree. But
It's a line.
I would disagree in this situation, and I know it's going to sound like, no, she really liked us, which I get that, but we are friends with them, and we hang out with them outside of the bar. Outside, like, there are a handful of them that hang out with us outside of the strip club. And so that's where I would argue that we are not those people. Mm-hmm. And I know that you don't believe me, but they're not. We're hanging out at other bars. They're not like, and it's not like they're like, all right, well, you owe me $500 because I went to the bar with you. They're like friends, and we're hanging.
So I think you'd be surprised to know that I would actually, so if I had to choose between a male strip club and a female strip club, I would choose female every time. I think it's a better time.
Yeah, you're not alone in that. I
But
think girls and guys.
Right?
And
It's way better.
Although I've always wanted to go to La Bears.
So
You
there's.
want to go? I would love to.
I don't know what that is.
It's a male strip club.
So there is.
Never been.
I've been to Thunder from. No, I haven't been.
You've seen the
Why am I
show,
trying to
Thunder
take
from
this?
Down
So
Under.
Thunder from Down Under. I have a story about it. So there was a girl, a Mormon pastry chef. I worked in restaurants forever. She went on a bachelorette party to Las Vegas. Went to Thunder from Down Under.
Okay.
Everybody
Which isn't
knew.
quite a strip club. It's like a strip show.
Yeah, it's like a show.
burlesque. It's like male burlesque.
But you can, at one point in the show, apparently, the girls thought it was hilarious to have this like very uptight virgin at 26 girl get a lap dance from one of the guys. So she gets like his crotch in her face, whatever.
Yeah.
Like he's
Classic
thrusting
move.
in her face. The next morning, she wakes up in her hotel room. Her eye won't open. So it's crusted shut. She goes to the ER, gets it figured out. This is a virgin. She gets one lap dance, thinks God is like against her. Her eyes crusted shut. She had crabs. A crab burrowed in her eyelashes
Whoa.
from his crotch.
Wow.
Yeah. This is
That's awful.
disgusting. It's
That's what you get for being Mormon.
That's what you get for being a dirty, dirty whore. No.
She never
poor girl.
soaked before?
I don't know. I'm learning new things. What is this?
Oh, soaking is when Mormons, it's so funny. Mormons have these like workarounds
a real
for
thing.
sex where they have a thing called soaking where the guy will put his penis
I've
inside of
heard
a
of
woman,
this.
but they're not allowed to thrust because that's considered sex. Although I would argue the penetration, that's sex. That's my argument.
Yeah.
They do it like, so they're not being like, so to like appease God, right? That's their idea. And
People are
and that's so
fucking
dumb
idiots.
to me because let's pretend God is real, right? Let's pretend he is
Okay.
real. Let's say you go in front of God and he's like, "Hey, Andrew, you were pretty good your whole life, and you know, but here's the thing: you had sex before marriage." And then I was like, "Oh wait, no, I didn't thrust. My penis was just in the vagina. I didn't thrust. We were soaking." And then he's like, "Oh, you got me again. Welcome to heaven." Like that's not. You can't pull one over on God. Not only is there soaking, but there's another one. I wish.
that
See if you can
enjoyable?
see if you
Well-
can Google it. What this is called, real quick. It's when there's soaking, and there's another thing where they get a third person
Well,
to
that-
shake the bed.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's part of soaking.
Well, I think they're two
Is there,
different.
is there a word for that?
Well, that's what I want to know. What's the word for when someone shakes the
Because
bed?
soaking is
you
when you put
come
it in
from
and,
that?
and you don't thrust, but a third party,
Shakes it.
they're shaking the bed, so technically nobody's sitting, but they're having sex at that point.
Yeah, I forget. It's called like shaking or.
At
obviously.
BYU, there's a lot of anal sex because they think you're still a virgin if you have anal sex. Like,
Good call.
what? Why? What is the point?
Can't have a baby.
So it does say that that's part of
Carl.
soaking.
That's
It's
part of soaking. There's a
yeah.
whole nother term for it. I know this because in Hawaii there's a lot of Mormons. I actually met a couple.
jump humping.
Jump. I haven't heard that. There's a one word one as well.
How do you know this?
Because I literally just hung out with a bunch of Mormons in Hawaii.
It's
We-
kind of
they-
a meme now too. It's
There's
been
like
exposed.
there's like a thing where I guess in Hawaii Mormons believe that
Durfing?
I never
Okay,
heard that.
sorry.
No, Mormons believe that there's a part of Hawaii that is like on the voyage to heaven, or I don't know. It's a fucking weird ass. There's some weird fucking Hawaii thing. I don't remember what it was, but they believe something, and they were our tour guide. Me and Mark did like this Jurassic Park ATV thing, and they were our tour guide. This is weird.
I kind of love that Carl loves
Yeah,
me.
we should shut the door next time. It's gonna change any minute. But this is my cat Carl. Hopefully, he'll never be in this show again.
Hi,
Ooh,
Carl.
Looks comfortable.
I mean, he loves me, and I just am so needy and desperate for love. I feel like we started this with like, I have my shit together. So far, I've talked about like farting and
You love farting.
my-
You went to jail.
Yeah.
You're
I went
a
to
huge white
jail.
supremacist, and
Throwing shit is your
oh,
preferred
throwing
defense?
shit is my go-to defense.
playing with your own feces is your kink.
is my defense mechanism, and I really need love and attention, so I'll even take it from a cat that I'm allergic to.
It will give you love and attention, but it'll claw your face out.
I also love that. Love it.
So I'm
Love the abuse.
seeing soaking, jump humping, and then a Provo pusher.
Provo
Oh,
pusher.
Provo is the city that Brigham Young University is in Utah.
That's I'm seeing that
And-
right now too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very disturbing place where they won't show PG-13 movies or serve caffeinated Coca-Cola, but apparently they will soak.
Oh yeah, and man, they need to get their house in order. Okay,
Ye-
I've been watching some documentaries about.
Keep sweet and obey.
Oh boy.
It's disturbing.
Yeah.
Let's give some advice.
Okay, let's give advice. Terrible advice.
Yeah. So again, text the number. You got it pulled up?
Yes, I have it.
We're going to
Close by.
text the number or call it. Leave us your voicemails because we'd love to give some advice. We have a couple people that we're going to give advice to right now. And the
phone number
is
is-
call
Is 832.
832. Oh, you're on the mic. I don't know. See, it's weird.
It's fine. We'll
It's confusing.
get it. 832-744-9492.
744-9492.
92.
Call it, leave a message, text it. You can be anonymous. I don't care. Just give us some stories to talk about. But we're going to give some advice and then we're going to get out of here because it's getting late. All right, I'm going to do one and then you can do one. And then
Should I
Get the-
diabolically pet the cat?
it
while I
does
give
feel
advice?
evil.
Uh,
It's an evil cat. All right. Here we go. My boyfriend doesn't last long in bed. He lasts very little, like less than 5 minutes, and I don't even get to finish by his D. I don't like how she put that. He would help me later in other ways, but still, I want the full pleasure too. At first, I didn't really mind, but it's kind of bothering me now. We're both in our early 20s. He was my first, so I don't know if this is normal. I really love my boyfriend, and I know he feels bad about it. I'm not judging him. I'm just trying to find a way to enjoy our sex life more. And I'd always tell him that it's okay. Is there something we can do to solve this?
He gets hard but doesn't finish.
No. Did you not listen to anything I said? This cat, it distracts you from too much.
I know.
No, you're not allowed to have attention at the show if you can't pay attention.
It's you just staring at me.
Get over here. No, come on. The guy doesn't last long in bed.
He doesn't last long.
He doesn't last long in bed. He comes too quick. And then he helps her afterwards, but not with his dick, but still helps her come, which I think she's being a little bit much.
Yeah,
here.
she is obviously in her early 20s because
That's what it said.
Yeah, I know. I heard that.
Okay,
That's what I'm
right.
They're
saying.
each
I'm
other's
saying
first,
this.
too. The key detail.
That is an exceptionally rare thing.
Be happy he doesn't fall asleep after he comes right away.
I know. I feel like the fact that after he came, it'd be one thing if he went down on her before, but he does it after.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't get my husband to glance at me after he comes. It is an exceptional gift. I don't want to be. I feel like I'm going to come off as a terrible feminist during this podcast, but
Perfect.
really, to me,
Women have had it too easy, in my opinion.
that is the most that we can hope for, is that once he comes, he's
still helping.
He's still helping.
He's like the little engine that could.
That's a miracle. Can I get this guy's number?
If he's helping you out, if you're coming, why does it matter what got you to come?
Yeah.
In a perfect world, do we get to come at the exact same time? Yeah, in a perfect world. But let's be honest. When you have sex, how often does that happen? Almost never. Someone's coming before the other one. And most of the time, it's the guy.
Yeah,
right?
Grow up, girl. It's time.
That's absurd.
This is the real world. That is absurd. And I was worried about us giving advice, but now I'm realizing we give amazing advice.
Well, this is an easy one. This is a very simple. The fact that he helps afterwards. Also, she's kind of a snob. I think the fact that she's complaining, writing an essay, basically. That was very long to say that. He still goes afterwards. He still goes down on her. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that he needs to find someone else. I know the advice was for her, but I feel like he needs.
Yeah, get out of here, buddy.
It's not going to work out.
I mean, that's wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm not.
I think. Listen.
Also, it's his. Here's the problem. Here's the real issue. The
She
Hawaii's
wants
got me peeling.
penetrative-
Look at this. Can the camera see that my forehead is just falling off? It's disgusting. I can see little pieces of my skin coming off my eyebrow.
I hadn't noticed it, if that helps.
This is Andrew's moment of insecurity, so we'll move on beyond.
Sorry. What was I saying about this bitch?
I need to defend her a little bit. I feel bad. I feel like I need to defend her.
It's her first time. It was her first person she's ever had sex with.
Yes, and
so she goes, I don't know if this is normal.
She wants penetrative sex. That's fine. Maybe you can take care of that yourself too. I'm trying to be. If I'm being
pull out a toy while you're fucking.
Yes, put toys in the mix.
Yeah.
Let him watch you.
hurt him a little bit.
I've been there. I've been there where they brought out the Hitachi, the fucking ice cream cone looking
Do I
thing.
know what the
Everyone
Hitachi
knows.
magic
Everyone knows.
wand is?
Yeah,
Also,
knows.
a good bit of advice for adults who are trying to be high functioning out there. Ladies, get a Hitachi magic wand, and get large size bath towels. That's just separate. That's just a smart thing to have in your home.
Did you just tell us you're a squirter? Is
No,
that what
no.
kind of what it sounded like. I could be wrong.
Do you put them on the walls?
It will be. This is just
Why the large bath towel?
This is nothing. There's nothing
What does that have to do
sexy
with
about
the
this. This is just if you were an adult person,
Get bath towels because there's going to be a lot of shit to clean up off the walls when I'm done here.
Spend the extra money on the big, soft bath towels, and then they'll make the old bath towels you used to have seem like little.
Wait, so these are
shitty
two
cum
unrelated
rag.
things?
Yeah.
Because it didn't seem unrelated a second
no.
ago.
This is
it seems
just-
like you're swerving.
We're
to
talking
cover.
about being a mess, and I just was thinking about like if you're a high
You
functioning
can see
adult.
our confusion there, right?
Yes, I can. I've had one drink, and I'm that's
Farting and
crazy for
shitting
me.
and squirting and
So listen, get your Hitachi magic wand, and separately, just as a high functioning adult, nothing to do with sex.
Big towels.
Invest in large bath towels.
good
You'll
big
feel
towel.
like
You're
a
not wrong.
queen,
But also for sex.
but
You're
also
not-
for the
you're not
sex.
wrong
No, I
on the
don't.
big towel thing. The Hitachi thing cracks me up. At first, I dated a girl who would use it when we had sex, and at first I was like, kind of makes me feel. Very first time I was like, this is fun.
You don't insert it. It's outside. It's
Yes,
clitoral. It
I
shouldn't make you
know.
feel insecure.
I know. Well, no, at first it did not make me feel insecure. And then after a while, we were using it every time. And I was like, I'm starting a little, like, I kind of want to do it myself. Give me some manual time, let me see what I can do. And then she would use it all the time. But then I kind of liked it. One time I put it on my balls. That was fun. Also, it's really funny going from there's the two settings. There's a 1 and a 2, and you put it on the 2, and they're like, "Stop! I can't!" And I'm like, "This is the best, funniest thing I've ever
No,
seen."
not if you're a frigid old bitch. You'll never go back to 1. You don't even know what 1 is anymore.
There you go. There you go.
Is this thing designed for couples? I don't think I know what it is. Or is it?
This is what.
It's designed for
Get the
couples.
Hitachi.
Well, is it
It's-
designed for that? Is my question. I just don't know.
No, I mean,
You watch.
it's a vibrator that plugs into the wall. Which battery? That means batteries don't give it
It's
enough
sold-
power.
It's not sold in it's sold at like Brookstone. It's
as a back massager.
yeah.
I got you.
Go on
I think I
Amazon
know what
and
you're talking
read the
about.
review. If you want to have a fun night, go on to Amazon and read the reviews underneath the Hitachi
Yeah.
magic wand. It's very entertaining.
That
I used.
sounds great.
I one time did one of those. Those muscle things with the balls, like like those. I used that on someone once. I don't know why we're talking about this though.
I feel like
That
this-
shit was wild though. That was. I was like, I felt bad, and also we all had a good time. I mean, the two of us.
Had to bust out the
all.
big towels.
Yeah.
Did you
nuts.
you used it on what? On
Person.
no, but did you say your balls?
No. With the Hitachi.
Yeah, that sounds miserable.
No, I mean I put it on. No, not. It's not like I was beating.
Okay,
it or
let's.
anything.
I feel like
We're
need
talking
to
about two different things right now.
We need to refocus back and just give. If we're giving advice to this lady, I think that she
Lady,
needs to
kill
be,
yourself.
Kill
You're a bad
yourself.
person. You sound like you got a saint. I'll marry him.
Yeah, appreciate this guy. He's a good one. Keep him around, and just you can take care of yourself too later. But make this guy feel good. He's making you feel good.
He lets you come. I mean, he lets. That sounds fucked.
Wow.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I
Wow.
meant. That's not what I meant. He helps you come after the fact.
Yeah.
That he's already come. That alone makes him the Pope.
Life is a massive
He's awesome.
disappointment, and that's the most we can hope
Yeah.
for.
That you get to come eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's a pretty good first advice story.
Yeah.
We'll
I
answer
got
We'll
one.
answer at least one every single episode, and all you gotta do is call or text into 832.
We'll put the number down at the bottom. I was gonna
Okay.
There
say
was so much moment.
I know.
I was like, I
Come
don't have it
on,
in front of
man.
me, man.
You knew
Okay.
where I was going.
the phone number is
God damn it, Ben.
832-744-9492.
And it can really be about anything. It doesn't have to be about relationships. I feel like it can be about anything, and you can remain anonymous. You can tell us your name and where you're from, or you can stay
I love ones about
anonymous.
coming. That was a pretty great one, if I gotta be honest. It's quick,
Yeah,
easy,
people rarely come.
just like when you come, sir.
that this guy's a saint. You're right.
He is a saint. He comes and then it's like, I know I'm tired. I know I just came. Everything in life is perfect, but let me get to work. And I think we need more people like that in America. So that's our first episode. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was weird. I didn't expect some of the stuff we would talk about, but
But I think it'll be like that. We'll be all over the place. Thanks for listening, all 6 of you. And you can find me and my shows at andrewyoungblood.com or at noyoungblood on Instagram and Twitter and all the garbage. I got nothing good coming. I got a ton of shows coming up. Go to my website. I'll have it updated soon. I'll have all of it. Please get tickets. And Jamie, where can they find you?
Yeah, so I'm mostly on Instagram. I would just follow me at the Jamie Rowan, TheJamieRowan. I post all my shows and updates there, so follow me on Instagram.
And stay tuned. We're gonna be releasing a lot of stuff. We were gonna do Instagram and Twitter and all the bullshit that we don't like doing, but we're gonna make Ben do it. It's gonna be awesome.
Yay, Ben.
Patreon's
Thank
gonna
you, Ben.
happen. Thanks, Ben. You can find him at Doesn't Matter. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week.